This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
Another sunny day across central Illinois. That is our Flooring America weather eye net. Carriage crossing camera overlooking downtown Decatur on this Thursday night, where again we've seen a lot of sunshine, a few fair weather clouds that have mixed in from time to time. Once again, it looked great. Lots of sun. Temperatures made it to near 60, but there was still a little bit of a breeze that kept things cooler. We're still in the mid-50s from Springfield to Champaign, 59 in Effingham. Tonight looks to be similar to our last several nights. Temperatures down to the 40s by 10 o'clock here tonight and down into the 30s to start out tomorrow. We're going to come back and talk about the weekend that may have a little bit of rain in the forecast and temperatures tumbling a little bit. We'll show you that coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
He beat a man unconscious for masturbating in front of his kids. His reaction after a jury cleared him of aggravated battery. Plus, a woman's dead and others seriously injured after a two-car crash. Why police need your help.
And the flames jumped high with walls of fire where neighbors were concerned with this prescribed burn.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
We had a person in the ICU for the better part of a month with very, very, very serious injuries.
The man in Coles County who put him there is now walking free, but he says the man in the hospital is the one who should have been on trial. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Last year, Jesse Baird says he saw someone fondling himself in front of his children. He became enraged and attacked. But yesterday, a jury found him not guilty of aggravated battery. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is live in our newsroom, and you talked to Baird about what happened.
That's right. He says his 3 children were taken into protective custody by DCFS this month because of this case. The man accused of exposing himself, Darren Partelt, has not been charged. A father accused of beating a man he says exposed himself in front of his kids was found not guilty, and people in the community are continuing to support him.
We want justice done for those children.
Last year, Jesse Baird was in Sunrise Apartments in Mattoon with his girlfriend, children, and his girlfriend's mother was there too. The state's attorney says Baird claims he caught 52-year-old Darren Partelt fondling himself in front of his toddlers.
He struck Mr. Bartelt about the head 2 to 3 times by his own testimony, knocked him out unconscious, threw him to the floor, and then proceeded to punch and stomp his head 6 to 8 times punches, and then 3 to 4 times, or 2 to 3 times stomping his head, is what Mr. Baird gave a confession to that. The police department.
A GoFundMe was set up to raise money for his bail. Alex Walker says they were able to raise $5,000 in less than a week. Baird's family paid for the rest.
When I seen it, I was like, you know what? Who wouldn't have done the same thing that he did? I put myself in his position, and if it would have been one of my nieces or nephews, and I seen that, I would have reacted the same way.
The man Baird beat up has never been charged.
And I think that that's very concerning.
I know there has been some rumbling about why isn't Mr. Bartelt charged, but you know, what he did was deplorable, and unfortunately, it's not what I know, it's what I can prove. The problem from the beginning of this case is that we've had very little cooperation from any witnesses. I can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt at this point, or in good conscience, what those children saw.
The state's attorney says they are looking at charges for Darren Bartelt. His whereabouts are unknown. They couldn't find him for this trial. Live in the newsroom, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Jamie, thank you. This is a follow-up. State police are looking for your help when it comes to a deadly crash on I-57. It happened north of the Posodum exit. A 52-year-old woman from Chicago was killed after she drove into the back of another car. Her car went off the road, crashed into a ditch. A 19-year-old passenger was thrown and seriously hurt. Police are still looking for the car she rear-ended because it didn't stop.
One person had to be airlifted after a semi-rollover in Macon County. The truck was hauling liquid fertilizer. It was leaking. It happened just after 7:30. Officers found a semi on its side. There were power poles and other lines down. Took an hour and a half to get the driver out. No word tonight on his condition. In Macon County, smoke and flames could be seen for miles. That was a prescribed burn, but for those nearby, it was a concern. It happened on the east side of Decatur. The supervisor of the Oakley Township Board said they voted 5-0 last May for this not to happen. Got an email Monday saying it would. Macon County Conservation District says everything was under control. We'll have more tonight at 10 from those who are angry about that burn.
The State Fire Marshal is done assessing the scene in Nokomis. That's where a popular diner collapsed while the owners were still inside. He didn't find any evidence of fire damage or signs of an explosion that could have caused the collapse. They think it was a structural failure in the 100-year-old building. Champaign Police are investigating after someone broke into a jewelry store. It happened here at Flora Gems. That's at the corner of Kirby and State. The front door was smashed in last night, but detectives say nothing was taken. Investigators are working to identify a suspect. The same store was also broken into during the looting that happened last summer.
There's still more than 2,000 people in the hospital across the state with COVID, over 460 in the ICU, close to 200 on ventilators. There are nearly 3,600 new cases. 40 more people have died in the last 24 hours. State's positivity rate down to 4.9%. And while COVID continues to be a problem, higher prices at the grocery store are also an issue. A report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows prices have been steadily increasing each month this year. Part of the reason? Gas prices. Those jumped by an average of 77 cents per gallon since November 2020.
We have an update to a store closure from yesterday. A Kroger in Decatur is now back open. It is on West First Drive, and it was shut down after complaints of mouse droppings. Also, around 10 live and dead mice were found in the building. They reopened this afternoon after the Macon County Health Department finished its inspection.
Get vaxxed, get a free class, where that is all taking place.
And also tonight.
It correlates to general medical health as well.
We're talking about dental health, why more kids might be able to take care of it at school.
You guys got caught in the ether. People don't see that on TV, but...
We were just going, wait, am I going over here? Are you coming over here?
Sometimes
like
over here. We're just dancing around, just having a good time.
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, that was more exciting than what we usually do. So, you know. Hey, how about
see what happens during commercial breaks.
During commercial breaks.
When we DJ. When you DJ.
We have a little song and dance out here. We put music to our dances. All right, let's recap today. Highs into the low 60s, below normals. Look at that, 33. That's where we started out this morning. We're coming back at you with more frost, a nice Friday, with some rain for the weekend next.